Hey, Melody with the new flat rate here, and I want to introduce Roger Daviston because Roger is actually going to be hosting a free webinar soon on May 18th at 11 a.m. It is going to be on Is Your Service Business Toxic? And what I love about Roger is he is really a personal development coach, and we like to recommend him a lot of times to people who they want to see success in their business. And sometimes, in order to see success in our business, we have to first see success in ourselves. So, Roger, why don't you tell us a little bit about the webinar that the free webinar that we're so excited and looking forward to?
Thank you. I'll be glad to do that. So the webinar is your service business toxic and how to fix it? And what do I mean by toxicity? It's really like, you have to look at it like this. The culture is a system, and it's a system of relationships. And a lot of times those relationships are toxic. And if you have relationship issues, the system doesn't work very well. Now, let me give you an example. So there's something in our family system that transfers over to the corporate system, because everybody comes from another system called a family. And there's lots of toxicity in everybody's family. We're all broken. I mean, I came from a really toxic family. And I'll just give you one example. So when I was a kid growing up, my mother would have a problem with my father, and she'd come to me. I'm just the kid. Well, I just grew up. Well, that's normal. Well, no, that's not normal. So that's called triangulation. So if I have a problem with you and I go to Danielle, that's triangulation. So it happens in the dispatches phone calls for people, y'all's clients, my clients. And one of the ladies on the Ukraine team sent me an email, or really it was a text message on WhatsApp, because that's our platform we use. And she said, hey, could you tell so-and-so that works for my client that when she takes the phones back to please tell me, so I don't have to sit here another extra hour? And I politely said, well, I certainly understand that, but that's really your responsibility. You need to go directly to so-and-so and ask so-and-so for what you want. And then she got all kind of not really bent out of shape, but I could just tell she was reluctant. So I had to coach her how to approach that person directly with respect. And she grew through that, and she did. But her relationship with her coworker, really she works for another company, but we're like a team. Her relationship with that person ain't my responsibility, but I used to take it on. And so that's a toxic pattern in a company. And I'm going to tell you what, it's a pandemic. It's an epidemic. Every culture I go into has this. And the symptoms of this are you might be really busy and overwhelmed because you as a manager are always doing something for somebody else that they should do for themselves.
I have examples this week of giving into toxicity that I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
And just like listening to you right now, I'm just like, oh, wow, I actually wasn't helping anybody. I thought I was, because I kind of had that savior mentality of, oh,
right.
I'm helping, and I'm helping this person because they're having such a hard time, when I should have just been like, you should go to this person. I already learned something. So
Okay.
this is exciting. I love that you're going to be giving away so much content for free on this free webinar. This is exciting.
Yeah,
This is exciting.
that's just one of about 20. I got a list of 20, and you can take it. We're going to give away a free test, during the webinar. And in some of the promos, you can actually take it to see if you got some of these toxicities. But triangulation is the one that's really the most interesting, because it's the most what's the word I'm looking for? It's the most prevalent. And it happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time. And the reason you need to really stop it in your business is because it undermines trust between the two people. So if Melody, if you had a problem with Danielle and you come to me, it undermines trust between you and Danielle. You guys need to trust each other and be able to work out your problems and conflicts together. And the reason people are reluctant to do this is because they're afraid of conflict. And conflict can be an invitation to have something other than confrontation. So when you have a conflict, that's really normal. I have conflict with Ina all the time. We love each other, and man, she's really good about coming to me when she's not pleased. I guarantee you. And it's good that she comes to me. But if she went to her mother, that wouldn't be good. So that would undermine trust between her and I. And you have this going on in the system, and it's awful. Um, I had it happen to me. I knew it was happening, and I went ahead and did it. But I told the boss. Same situation with the team. Somebody on the Ukraine team, we don't know who, got the address wrong. Told the customer that told us, wrote the call up that it had a service agreement when it didn't. But anyway, just normal crap. Man, this stuff happens all the time. And so the person at the company sent an email to their boss, and the boss sent the email to me. And I called the boss and said, look, this is triangulation. I'm going to do this, but this is triangulation. She needs to go directly to the Ukraine team. And he said, yeah, I agree. I said, I'm going to do this reluctantly. So here's what happened. Here's why you don't need to do this. So I went to the Ukraine team and said, look this call up and listen to it. Tell me what's wrong with it. And we spent 30 minutes looking the call up, listening to it. We can't find anything wrong. I said, okay, send it to me. Let me listen. I took 30 minutes finding it, couldn't find anything wrong. Listen to the call. And so I wasted 30 or 45 minutes and wasted 30 or 45 minutes. Tawia was the person that did the call. Okay. And so I went back to the boss and I said, see what happens when you triangulate? Because here's what happens. Usually what you hear from the third party is rarely ever accurate. Rarely. So here's how we fix it. And this is what happens. The person who was the villain who made the mistake, which is normal, I said, you need to go to the person that's accusing you. They feel like they've been victimized by you, and y'all need to listen to this together and work this out. Well, he sent the communication to the person, and the person will not do it. You know why? The person is not interested in solving any problem. The person is only interested in sympathy-induced side taking. So there's no interest in really solving real problems. It's just blame, accuse, they're no good, gossip, side taking. And see, this happens in companies, corporate systems, and it makes the system really weak. But the way that you solve this, I'm going to tell you later. I'm not going to give you I'm not going to give you the prescription. You got to come to the webinar to hear the prescription.
Come to the webinar. We're so excited about it. I'm so excited to attend myself. It's May 18th at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Click the link to register and to take the pre-quiz. It's a great idea to take the pre-quiz so you can really come with, a little bit of homework done and a little bit more knowledge of what to expect. Yeah. So we're so excited to see you there. If you have any questions, let us know, and have a good day.
Hey, thank you. We hope you come. Thank you.